If you guys have watched my engine video and why I chose the 2-liter turbo in my Wrangler, you know that I'm already a big fan of this engine. However, with me, there is always room for improvement. The part that I have in front of me is the RaceChip GTS, and this one was shipped to me all the way from Germany. This is going to be an honest review on exactly how well this installs and see if I can get some performance as well as some mile per gallon out of this. Now, the company that I decided to go with today is RaceChip, and Ryan behind the camera can attest that when I choose anything for my vehicles or even build out a vehicle in general, I do an absolute ton of research, probably more than's healthy for me, but I want to make sure that my hard-earned money is going towards something that at least can be backed up. Now, RaceChip has been designing and installing tuners and tuning chips to Mercedes, Audis, Porsches, BMWs, and there's a reason they have, I think, over 250,000 followers on Facebook. Now, what's cool about this is that they also tune the Alfa Romeos, which over there have the 2-liter turbo, and they figured, you know, if we can get performance and more speed and more mile per gallon out of that, the 2-liter in the Wrangler is no different. So let's make a chip available for that as well. And today, that's what I've got in front of me. This is their highest level, the GTS, which I believe says can gain up to 50 horsepower and also increase the miles per gallon by 20%. Now, this, unlike a lot of heavy-duty modifications, this is a plug-and-play unit here. So it's not going to tap into the computer on the other side. It's going to tap into a few sensors, modify the readings, inputs, and outputs, and help increase whatever you'd like to select. They have a Bluetooth mobile app, which I've already downloaded on my phone. Go over some of the modes and see how it all works. So first things first, let's go ahead and unbox this. Like I said, this is the GTS, which is the more expensive unit. I really like the fact that these are made in Germany, and fun little tidbit, I actually had to call them to make sure I ordered the right one, and I called a nice gentleman who is in Germany. So they have a hotline they answer. They're bilingual, so they speak English as well. But I got this thing shipped all the way in, and the first thing I really liked about it, I looked at another brand tuner, and I wasn't too happy with the finish of it when it was done. This thing does look really nice, and I gotta say, it looks OEM and factory style quality. You can see you've got your plug-in here with all your pins and the connections, as well as this little display screen, which will connect wirelessly to the Bluetooth app on the phone. So that's kind of the brains of this whole operation. Let's pull that out. It's almost like opening an iPhone box here. Zip ties, which I already got out, but we got some extra zip ties. We have some of these little clips too, so they'll just kind of clip in like this, and then you can zip tie them down. So we'll set those aside as well. And then of course, when you sell a product, you always got to brand it. So I like getting stickers. I normally put them on my toolbox or put them out in the garage fridge. And opening up this last box in here, these are going to be all your connectors for the sensors. So what this whole system does is basically piggyback off of a few sensors, actually only 2 of them. And then this is going to clip into that main box there as well. So these are going to piggyback and kind of modify the signals going to and from those. And then also with this is an OEM style connector. This is called a dead plug here, or some sort of terminology for it. If you don't want the tuner to be on at all you have to do is plug this in, give that a push, and then you don't need to use the tuner, and it's just going to ride around like stock. But for us, we're going to be riding around with the tuner on. So it's nice for this. You can just throw it in your glove box in case you have to bring it in for service or warranty. You can just put it in here, and then it'll be completely stock. All right, guys, so to do this, we showed pulling the engine cover off. There's going to be 2 clips that hold on the sensors you need to pull off. So one of them is just tucked down below here. So all you have to do is pull the locking tab back. It's really tight in here to see, and even on their video, it's a little tight. Once you have that side heat shield pulled off though, it's really easy to see right down there where it is. For that more difficult one, which I would say difficult, it's literally right there. And then the other one is just right back here. So we're gonna see if we can just use a little flathead, go easy on the locking tabs. Just pull that back a little bit, push down. It should pop right out. Keyword is should. I also do have the battery disconnected, and I've had it disconnected for about 10 minutes on here. Now, RaceChip, they have a really good installation video on their YouTube channel, and they suggest that you just tuck the wires back underneath here. I'm just zip tying them on a little bit extra place just to make sure they stay, and then that heat shield cover will go right back on top of that. So just to kind of tuck them out of the way, you can really route these, just make sure they're not hitting anything hot. And then I have actually just tucked in front of the battery back in here where we're gonna put the actual chip itself. But that looks good. Make sure all your connections are tight. These all look good. And that was pretty much the install. Honestly, it took about 5 minutes. I'm gonna trim some of these zip ties up, put the engine shield and the cover back on, and see how it works. Say if you've got a 10mm socket, a flathead screwdriver, and a pair of snips so you can cut those zip ties, that's pretty much all you need in about 5 minutes. It was really self-explanatory, but there is a good install video by RaceChip. We'll link it down below. Now the last step too here, I said about this kind of dummy plug that was installed. This I am going to throw into my glove box in case case I don't want to have the tuner on there and I want to use it as stock form. But all you have to do to finalize this is plug in the tuner and click it in. Now, as far as the instructions go, they say when you plug this in the first time, our battery is disconnected as well, but nothing should light up. So you can see nothing is lighting up. Now, the only thing left to do is figure out where you want to mount this. I'm going to tuck it right behind the battery box here, and there are some included zip ties that you can put on there as well. You just want to keep this kind of mounted out of the way. I'm going to put it down below here, zip it down, and I don't really need to mess with it. The reason I got the Bluetooth version is so I could use it on my phone and not have to actually physically go up and down on here. So the Bluetooth version is the one I got. We're going to zip tie this into place, show it off on my phone, and hopefully fire up the engine and make sure everything's good. All right, guys, so we got everything connected here. A little word of wisdom: when you're connecting one of these in Bluetooth, there's a PIN number that you need to enter. It confused the heck out of me. I was scratching my brain. It's just the last 6 of the serial number is the PIN number for Bluetooth. So if you guys do buy one, that's how easy it is. So you can see we do have 3 modes here. These are just basic modes that you can set up, but you've got race, sport, and eco. So eco, when you click it, you can see the whole background changes. Sport will change it, and then race turns all the way into red. The cool thing is too, if you go into fine tuning, you can actually choose exactly how much of eco mode you want. So you can change these. 1 is the lowest setting, so like 1 is like the easiest, and then 4 would be your max. But you can change that for sport. Well, sport stays at 5 apparently, and then race you can turn up to 7 or turn down to 6, so you can kind of up it depending on how crazy you want to go. Or you can do the warm-up timer too. You can also set that for, say, like 30 seconds. You don't want it to go crazy, you just want it to be stock tuned. This is pretty in-depth, and I tell you what, I know you guys might be disappointed I'm not going to drive it yet today and do a whole review, but that is going to be coming. And the reason is they say to drive this for like a week or so to really let your engine and everything kind of get back in tune with it. Not to be ironic there, but there will be a full driving review. I plan on driving to work in the eco mode to see how much mile per gallon we can get, and then also trying out the race mode to see what we can get out of this 2-liter. I'm excited though. The Jeep's starting up fine and we've got everything working, but I don't know. I'm probably one of those that'll put it right into race mode and just see how it goes. I don't know, guys. I hope this one was fun for you. I said we were doing some engine mods to this. This is one of the first that I'll be doing, was this RaceChip tuner. If you guys want, we'll leave a link in the description on how you can go on and buy one of those. It was really easy and it shipped right from Germany. So just like a lot of these, we like to show how the product works, what it looks like, and how easy it is to install. I would say it's like a 1 out of 10. Literally, if you have 5 minutes and a couple hand tools, you can get this done. And then everyone's got a smartphone, so you've all got Bluetooth. Like I said, that full video coming with a review, that's going to be fun. I'll give you my 1 week or couple weeks driving review of it and really let you know exactly how we've tuned this thing in. Until next time, I'm Matt from Dirt Road Cred. Get out there and earn yours.